Hello and welcome to the channel Flesh to the Father. Today I want to discuss how I found God, but I haven't had a happy day since. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because I've been thinking lately. I woke up many years ago and I don't think I've really had a happy day, but it's not a bad thing at all, because I think when you're living in the fleshly world, you're chasing happiness. It's like a pursuit of happiness. But what we as people need to be doing in the world is we should be pursuing our spiritual father, or ultimately our ultimate treasure. What we should be pursuing is within us the whole time. That's the ultimate irony of life. When we're in the physical world, we chase happiness, we chase material things. The pursuit of happiness is a famous thing. And the irony of it's been in us the whole time. And if you look at any little child, the joy and happiness comes because they're in the kingdom of heaven, before we fall out of the kingdom of heaven into the world and we chase materialistic things. And it's a weird thing, because I was thinking, I literally don't ever really feel happy, but I wouldn't change it for the world. It's like I have inner peace. As Christ said, peace I leave with you. And as you say, when you're like a child, you look at children, they're in the kingdom. They don't chase happiness. They have an inner joy of the Holy Spirit, or inner joy of the Spirit. And that's what I was thinking about. It's just very interesting. Like, I don't get the same happiness like when I do things of the world, but I get happiness in purpose and peace and in the presence of the Lord. Because I haven't had a proper holiday in like 15 years, but I don't feel like I've missed out on anything. I enjoy just being in the kingdom of heaven. I'd 10 times be in the kingdom of heaven than go on holiday. Now, obviously, I could do both, but I don't feel any need to go on holiday. I remember when I think I was 20, I went to Hawaii on a wonderful holiday, but I still felt there was something missing inside. Even when I was in paradise, I was in a wonderful holiday, brilliant holiday, doing all the great things I love, but I was feeling something missing. And since I found the spirit that I am within, I feel complete and whole again. And I don't need anything externally to make me happy. I just have an inner, it's not really happiness, it's just an inner connection. Whereas happiness in some way is a lie, because all emotions are irrelevant. I don't feel happiness, I don't feel sadness. I just feel a smooth peace. Life, they say life is a roller coaster, just got to ride it. But what life should be is just a cruise. You just cruise along through life, rather than ups and downs. When you're in the world, you have ups and downs. When you've returned to the Spirit, you just cruise through life, breeze through it, nice and chilled. When good things happen, you don't get too high. When bad things happen, you don't get too low. And that's the state that we should be in, as children are. When I watch my nephews grow, it's funny, because something will annoy them. So let's say they do something bad and they get told off and they get a timeout or whatever, and they start crying. But then they come back a minute later as if nothing's happened, and they're just, because they're in the kingdom, it barely affects them. Whereas us, when we get too far in the ego, if something bad happens, we resent the badness, and then that will affect us for the day, for the week, and if things are more bad, the month. Whereas children, bad things will happen. Well, okay, it's bad, but we brush it off. Same thing with me. Good things happen now, bad things happen now. I just take it, but brush it off, and when you're in the kingdom, you just breeze past it like nothing. And that's the point of this video. Just want to tell people that the pursuit of happiness is not the way to go. The pursuit to the kingdom is the way to go. Okay, so that's the point of this video. I just want to encourage people, if you haven't returned to the kingdom, stop pursuing happiness in external worldly things. The only true source of joy, which is in the Holy Spirit, comes from within. And that's why children are the highest in the kingdom of heaven. And that's why they're so happy, because they live in the presence of the Lord, the present moment, and they live by the Spirit. And when you don't have the Spirit and you're not in the kingdom, you need pleasure, you need happiness, you need sex, you need drugs, you need to chase money, you need to chase Lamborghinis, you need to chase all these external things. But the true happiness and true source of joy is within. And then when we're within, we can take the money, we can take whatever material needs we need, but we don't get egotistically involved. So if I need a new car, or if I have a car, I'm happy with the car I've got. I don't need to have a material egotistical need to go out and buy a posh car. For example, now, since I returned to the Father, my financial situation has got better. But the funny thing is, before you almost had to feel like, oh, I need to have the newest phone, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm in the presence of the Father, it doesn't give me any source of happiness or competition. I'll just go on eBay and buy a second-hand phone because I don't feel I have any need. And if I won loads of money somehow, or I got a load of money, I would feel no need to go out and buy a Lamborghini or a posh car. I'll maybe just get a nice, comfortable car that's going to serve me well. And I wouldn't feel like I need to spend thousands and thousands on holidays and all this stuff. But then again, if I want a holiday, I'll go and have a holiday within my within sensible means. Okay, so that's basically the point of this video, just to say that emotions are not emotions are of the world, whereas we need to leave emotions and just follow the Spirit and the gifts of the Spirit. Okay, usual stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you want more spiritual wisdom, and comment below if you have entered the kingdom. Comment below if you agree, if you've got any other ideas, or if you're not in the kingdom and you want to share your opinions, please comment below. And God bless everyone. Goodbye.